And you're back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Your favorite place to be, hopefully looking like you are feeling badass tonight. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday night. So, guys, we are going to be doing a live stream if you got time, if you want to come down. I mean, so it's pretty funny here, guys, because we got a lot of comments to go through, and we might get to them, we might not. I don't know. It's just kind of coming on here. The market's a bit quiet today. Not too much happening really going on here. I was reading this article about coal, but I decided I wanted to get on here and see what's going on, guys. So obviously the market up a little bit here. Hopefully we'll be getting a little bit of a bounce tomorrow on some of the grayscale stuff. That's what I'm really wanting to see, guys. I want to see this grayscale stuff start aggregately growing with the native crypto prices, and that's exactly you know, a scenario that needs me to kind of shift into the bullish mode, because right now markets are bearish right now in the crypto world, guys, because you know, Bitcoin is under that $100,000 level. It's not, you know, moving to higher numbers, which people they start not believing in the $1 million Bitcoin, even though we know it'll come at some point. But they, you know, it takes away from the buying that would be moving the prices up, right? And not necessarily Bitcoin hitting $1 million this time next year, but who knows? You can't really rule it out in the world of crypto. You can't really, you know, say it's not possible either. So at the same time, guys, we are diving into it here, looking at some of these markets here, and trying to keep it crypto related. But you know, the prices have been, other than like Monero, you know, there's some coins, guys, up that are up like, you know, they're up 30-40% for the last you know, month. Okay, these are not the same coins that were up going with BTC to 100K. All right, notice it's different coins. Like Monero is up. There's other up coins that are up, but there's also a broader market dump in a variety of the altcoins, especially some of the ones we talk about here on the channel. Other than, you know, a few of them are still up a little bit, and even Ethereum going down with that as well. But we have had some on the top, like Decred and Monero, just climb irrespective of the market downtrend, along with BTC and the broader altcoin market, which there's nothing we can really do about that. The market, you know, a lot of the coins are down 30%, but to be fair, there's, you know, we could pick and choose several coins that are actually indeed up, and I just mentioned those. So Solana at $200, so it's starting to look a little bit more interesting, guys, a little bit more, you know, interesting broadly in the crypto market, even though we're not seeing, you know, substantial growth or substantial and upside. But like I said, there are the few of those little coins, not really any of the ones that we're talking about here on the channel that we're, you know, rooting for, but there are some that are still letting us think that the bullish market is indeed in place. And you got to remember, guys, like there's a lot of different coins here, and you know, it's very easy to think that your coin is underperforming in a bullish market. But you know, the moment you start thinking that, the coins start moving in a different direction, if you know what I mean. So we're live here on the channel, guys. We're back on a Sunday evening. Hopefully you're doing well. Just getting warmed up here. Wanted to reach out on this Sunday evening and see how everybody in the community is doing. Hopefully hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully we are live here. Let me just make sure we are. So guys, drop it in the comments and let me know if you're live with us here while I try to log in here and see what's going on here. Here, here, here. It's all I can say, apparently. What's good? It's like it's me and you. I think everybody's watching the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl tonight. I don't really watch sports, but September, October. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we got one person in the chat here. It looks like somebody's breaking away from the Super Bowl action tonight. I've never been a fan of watching professional sports, guys. It's not my thing. So I couldn't even tell you who's in the Super Bowl, which, I guess I should keep some type of general, general knowing of sports, to the degree of who's playing. But I couldn't tell you who's been in the last 10 Super Bowls, guys, because I haven't watched them. So damn, this channel is popping off. One person thinks we're popular more than the Super Bowl tonight. Is the Super Bowl going on right this second? Or did I already miss it? I heard it playing in the neighbors' homes as I was walking by. I'm just curious if it's literally happening right now. 6:30 Eastern time. So okay, so it's final. I guess it's over. So Eagles have won. Well, cool. Hopefully people will come down and check us out after they've either won money or lost money on their bets, because I know a lot of people are doing the sports betting thing. And that's cool here. But we are live, so come on down and hang out with us here on the channel, guys, and appreciate the subscriber that is in the channel. Hopefully in the live stream, perhaps. And looks like some other people have arrived. Sweet, Mr. Fool, what's going on? Mr. Fool, you're in Canada, so I mean, do you guys even watch U.S. sports? It seems kind of, I mean, I don't even watch U.S. sports, but let's dive into the prices, guys. Let's get off the Super Bowl bid here. We got Solana at $200. We have a little bit of action in a variety of coins, and one thing I'm telling you, I'm looking for. One thing here, guys, and that is not only Grayscale to start popping off, but these prices to start rising, and that's what I'm here to sell you on tonight. So we have a variety of different coins we can look at. Obviously, if we peel back the orange here, right, to make orange juice here on the channel, we can look at. I'm looking at the screen here, guys. I'm seeing Tron. I'm seeing Ethereum Classic. I'm seeing Alchemy Pay. I'm seeing Thorchain, Solana. I mean, like, it's like every other coin on the top 100. We could almost have a side narrative in the last 2-3 months. Like Tron hit an all-time high. Pendle's performed pretty good. Ethereum Classic has had some volatility within the BTC, like crypto, altcoin, broader crypto market, right? We've seen Ethereum Classic climb up. We've seen Ethereum underperform. We've seen Injective Protocol, basically Alchemy Pay, and I'm not sure with this mantra now, Toncoin and Thorchain, how volatility swings between 30 and 50%. Thorchain here recently, I did a video on that. So I'm looking at every coin, and I'm getting to Solana, and it's at $200 still. Some of these exchange house tokens, the Stacks coin's done pretty good. Melania meme, Trump coin meme. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, guys, just on the top 100 that we could go into tonight. But I think just grazing over it'll be good. We've seen Bitcoin Cash kind of caught in this downward spiral with BSV. But Bitcoin Gold was up a little bit today, I believe. I saw that accurately. So again, just there is movement happening, guys. There is growth. It might not be the growth that we're trying to see. Obviously, we're expecting, it's not happening. But again, guys, I told you guys this last month was, it's not happening because we're not buying any positions. So we gotta, Mr. Fool, you were backing me up on this too, by the way. I think Mr. Fool, I was talking about you earlier. I don't know if you were here. Mr. Fool was talking about getting another job, guys. And I'm not telling you guys, hey, go out and get another job. But if your job wasn't working out like mine, career paths, we're running dry in terms of salary, you got to switch it up and get a job. So That's what I decided to do, guys. Let me take a pause here. That was that was probably a smart move. You know, I feel like it was a smart move already, Mr. Full. So congratulations on. I know you were talking about landing a few interviews for your big job, your big job like I got. So you know that's the thing, guys. Here about the channel, I am here to deliver this stuff to you. So drop it in the comments. You know, it's more of like just a an open discussion tonight. I'm expecting I'm expecting it to be a bit it's a Super Bowl. You know, if I knew it was the Super Bowl today. I mean, at least I knew it was the Super Bowl. So um, I think the other day we had like 20, 30 people in the chat at one time. You know, we had like 60 come in to live stream the chat with us and provide dialogue. So drop it in the comment, Mr. Full. I'm curious. You know, let me know here. You're not talking a lot, so guys, Mr. Full is in the house, so let's get him to let's get him to say something, right? I'm just messing with you, Fool. I'm just messing with you. So, guys, we are live. Drop it in the comments if you're here. We're gonna go through some of these comments. Looks like our friend Sheepex. Here's your Mr. Full. What is it, Mr. Full, Mr. Full. So, man, he's even watching the touring videos, the business videos where I'm going around looking at different businesses here. Man, man, these guys, I'm starting to learn some of the haters of this channel are the biggest fans. It's funny. It's crazy. Mexico always had troops on the northern border. The U.S. just now sent their troops to the southern border. I guess that's kind of true. I mean, the border, especially here, is just, you know, it's saturated with military. You know, Mexican military, but you don't see any United States military down here too frequently. I mean, you see the Border Patrol, you know, you see the CBP, but you do not see troops. But I have seen them here. I have seen them recently. They have been down here doing things with barbed wire fencing and different things near the border. They're definitely wearing military gear. But yeah, I would say there's more Mexican military at the border, at least from what I've seen. You know, you see them driving around here. I mean, there is to be fair, guys, you know, San Diego has a ton of military just 15 minutes up the road. But I mean working at the border, right? You don't see it as much as you would think, you know, being at a busy border. So a lot of people, guys, I'm gonna start doing some more of these videos, walking around and just showing you the opportunity here. We're gonna start building out, you know, more of a I don't know what it's gonna be really, but more of a broader take on this crypto stuff, because crypto is one very important aspect of it. But I keep telling you guys that when I got into crypto, the crypto is what actually drove the growth in the other areas of my life, basically. You know, mostly financing, you know, financials, but just different stuff. We're gonna try some different stuff here on the channel. I hope you like it. I mean, we get a lot of the same people watching the same videos, and it's always based on crypto, guys, because I'm a crypto enthusiast. So most of the stuff I'm going to be doing is going to be pro crypto. You know, going out and you know, maybe not really flaunting it or telling people about it, but you know, just going out there and living in the real world. You know, sharing you guys the, you know, different cost effective strategies to beef up your bag per se. And that's what we're doing. I mean, not really so much these videos here. This is just me kind of just hanging out, guys, doing stuff. But we're getting a lot of interaction from these videos. I just want you guys to see the truth of stuff, and then the reality, or the truth versus the made up reality that people are trying to control your brain with. So you got to step out of that world completely, and that's why we're going to do some more of these videos. Is we want you to see that, you know, before we can get to that next step, guys, we got to learn basic, how to just basically have basic understanding that we got to get along with one another, right? And that's what a lot of people here on the channel are kind of leaning towards, I think, too, and kind of pushing the videos, you know, pushing the videos out there to hit that, cater to that audience is what we want to do. but also just deliver on that and show you guys that it's pretty much the same stuff anywhere you go, guys. Okay, and if we can expose that and get the lies out of people's heads, they won't be so wrapped around the lies and get to see the reality of stuff for what it is. I mean, guys, do you really think a lot of the stuff that is out there in terms of like financial stuff that you can speculate on, do you think it's really worth as much money as people are trying to get you to believe when you buy a lot of these assets, cryptocurrencies as well? You know, that's kind of in the same ballpark too with these memes. But the answer is absolutely not, guys. We can't even stop. The world can't even stop burning coal. We don't even know how to like. We have all these far out illogical things in the that we think are right around the corner about to happen, and we can't even stop burning fucking coal, guys. Okay, yes, some countries have moved into alternative energy sources, but like most of the world, guys, I just read an article. The coal industry is still increasing. The market for coal is still increasing. So like that's the purpose of these videos, from the crypto stuff at the very basic primal level all the way up to some more of this, I would say, experimental things that I've been doing, so you guys can see that there is a drastic difference in the reality and people's perception of what reality is, and that's kind of what we want to cater to, not just with the crypto stuff, but because everything is tied back to the crypto stuff. Do you see what I mean? So like if I post a video, some videos do better than others, but when I see interest in some of the stuff that I'm doing, I want to try to push those type videos out there to see if we can get that audience on the channel, because it ultimately it comes back to the crypto stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like I can do pretty much anything that I want on the channel, and it always comes back to the crypto stuff. Oh, just a little FYI, guys. We're gonna try we're gonna try to explore different business tactics, so I can potentially make increase my income tenfold, as one would say. So my point is, guys, is that is what we've been doing here recently. We're gonna try to like brainstorm some more ideas, but like, see, our biggest fans are watching every video, like SheepX, Mr. Fall, not Mr. Full. I mean, these are all the same people, guys, but they're into these videos, and plus all these new people. And look, they're watching all these other videos here. See somebody saying, "Oh, these are junk, and Ethan is nowhere to be found." So I guess they're talking about grayscale. So we're gonna do some more, like I said, grayscale videos. Explore some of that stuff now that the prices and premiums have came down. But I mean, I know a lot. I know my audience, guys, and I know what you guys want. You guys want an edge on everything, the crypto stuff, life, and that's what we're going to cater to, because that is kind of what this channel is, guys. Is it's a I don't want to say it's a motivational channel, but it kind of is, but also kind of, like I said, giving you that edge where you can kind of do your own thing while still getting something out of watching the channel. To give you that, that confidence and that edge to do your own thing. Because a lot of these people, guys, they're the exact comments. We're not even going to read them all. Like, bro, talk like that when you're not near the military. Go run down. I've been down run down streets in Tijuana, guys. I've been in Zona Norte. I've been in fucking Otay in different parts. So, people are kind of funny. Their comments are exactly in line with the news narrative. That's how you know where I'm not saying that's where our audience is, guys. These are all new people watching these different videos, but see how many people are watching the videos? Thousands of people are watching these videos, and then they start looking at the crypto stuff, and people that are interested in making money and in bettering their financial situation will get those people too. So that's why I'm trying to kind of do some of these other engaging videos, because I can read the comments. Like, this person's talking about how he was extorted by a Guardia Nacional. So like, why did you allow yourself to get extorted by a Guardia Nacional? And we don't even believe that this is true, because yeah, they don't give a fuck. They lost the U.S. plates and they smell money down there. My home city is worse. Like, yeah, there's different parts of Mexico that like are not as safe as others, but I mean, when you hear something like this, guys, you just know this person is probably not telling the truth, right? Like by this comment. So, um, the only people that are trying to get money out of you here, guys, are corrupt, crooked people, and you would basically handle that situation the same as you would anywhere. People have this idea that because they're in a different country that they would react to something different. So let me give you an example. If you see a fucking crazy homeless person, you know, run up to you and start acting a certain type way, how are you going to react? You're going to react defensively and guard you know, your 3 foot area and basically just handle how to get out of that situation. You would do the same thing anywhere, guys, in any situation. And you don't go down fucking streets where people are fucking smoking crack at 3 o'clock in the morning in any country. If you're out at 3 o'clock in the morning, you get my drift. So these people just, a lot of them leave these comments, and this person's like laughing at the fact that they just got extorted, right? By a Guardian National, or they're saying that they just got it extorted, and then saying, oh yeah, like I was born here, I know more, like insinuating they know more than me, and then also insinuating that if they see a U.S. plate, they're going to pull you over and give you a hard time, which is not really so much the Guardian National. I would say, if anything, it's probably the Policia Municipal, probably. Those would be the ones that would try to do that. And you would handle them the same way as you would handle, anybody trying to extort money. You would say, fuck no, I'm not, I don't have any money, man, sorry. And that would be the end of it, right? So there's the perception of reality, guys, that people think, and then there's like real reality, and that's what I did. I made another video, but some people didn't watch it, and doesn't surprise me because they get excited when they see a stormtrooper basically with an AK-47 and a hand on his pistol as I'm literally a foot and a half away from him driving by. They get excited about that, but they also want to, give their uninformed, and they're very uninformed, guys, because these people aren't here. That's what I'm trying to tell you is like, I would say if anybody is pretty darn familiar with the US and Mexico border, guys, I would say that it probably likely is me. I would say that like I have a lot of experience with it, not just right there at the border in different streets. Like I said, I know different colonials in the area, and I've been through different ones. I've been down roads that have basically no infrastructure on them at all. So I hear what you're saying, where people, they look at something being run down as something being necessarily not safe, which is not totally true. There are literally, if you have crime statistics, I would guarantee you they're higher just over the border into San Diego. I tell you what, you don't see. You don't see people openly open drug markets in anywhere in fucking Tijuana. So they have like one street where people are using drugs, and obviously under bridges and stuff where you can't really be seen unless you're really like kind of poking your head over to see what's going on over there. But they don't have that. They don't tolerate that shit, guys, because I'm here. I can tell you, it's just simply not tolerated. It's very frowned upon, and it doesn't seem that news outlets are really telling the truth with this stuff, which is kind of why we're going to start doing these videos so people can see the truth of it, because it's not what you think. Like, these stormtrooper guys are not trying to take your money. They're searching vehicles and making sure there's no drugs. They're making sure there's no stuff going into the United States, and they just started recently doing this, basically, since the Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum, has sent 10,000 troops to the border to do these searches as people are going back into the United States. Like, Mexico is doing every effort they can, and it is safer down here, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, it's safer. And it's not just in my particular area or my particular neighborhood or anything like that. It's generally safer. There's no fucking, the gun presence is much less. The homeless presence is far less than Southern California. And the really bad areas, they have it isolated with military guarding those areas. And I've been through those areas, guys, because I've driven through them just to get an idea of what's going on. It's the same stuff you're going to see in a fucking bad area in San Diego or LA or fucking New York or any other city. it's the exact same. And I would say that the presence of it is far less. It's far less. It's the small fraction of the large scale amount you see in San Diego, or like I said, any other major city. And you know, of course you see a fucking crazy homeless person walking around screaming. You see that pretty much anywhere though, right? So if you don't want to be in a busy congested city, you just wouldn't live in a busy congested city. And that just unfortunately is something that comes along with a big congested city, is this illusion that it's going to be perfect. They're going to have, you're going to have sidewalks that smell like piss. You're going to have, homeless people living in tents. I'm just saying the presence of it is far less in Mexico. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's just that area. No, guys, I've spent tons of time online watching riding tours and walking tours in like bad areas and stuff. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. So that's kind of why we're doing these videos, guys. A little bit of an intro to it, because I just, I'm here and I know, and I'm not gonna like not make badass videos to show that like basically most of the news you're hearing is BS, right? And they're trying to get people to believe that it's somebody else's fault when it's just the government manipulating things to fit whatever narrative they want you to believe. And that's just, why we're trying to do some of this extra stuff here. So guys, we are live here on the channel, live on Cryptocurrency Theory, giving you a lesson about something. Guys. If you like the videos, make sure that you share them on Twitter. That would greatly help us out. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, guys, the same problems that are rooted in these things that we talk about are obviously the reason we're in cryptocurrency, at least the reasons I am. So Mr. Fool says, smooth operator, what's good? A slum in Mexico is no different than a slum in Canada and the USA. That's my point. Exactly, Mr. Fool, exactly. So that's why we're going to try to create some new news. What's up, smooth operator? Yeah, let's take a look at the prices here. The Hood of Canada axle, needles, and trying to get some charge from you. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I don't think people realize, guys, that the U.S., the United States, is a very unsafe place. I mean, it's like when I look at places back that I've lived in, like different neighborhoods and apartment complexes, and the people that lived with there were just fucking. It was not safe. It was not. These people were not safe. Like I've had interactions with neighbors and stuff, and there's been problems here. I saw a little dog get attacked today by a big dog, but it's just these problems, guys, are no different than anywhere else. That's what I'm trying to get you to tell you. So like, rather than just believe what a politician or a government's telling you, just because they're telling you something, you should almost guarantee they're not telling you most of it, or like most of it is going to be a bunch of a BS that is going to be catered to getting you to believe a certain narrative. That's all I'm saying. So, all right, let's jump into some of the prices here, guys. I'm not going to read some of these comments. A lot of hate comments recently on some of these videos, but again, it's like one person, so I'm not going to ban these people, guys, because they're actually helping me out on the channel when they leave all these stuff and just showing us they don't really know what it is that they're talking about with most coins. Because if you hear these people's coin lists, it's kind of like, what would you expect, right? It was, it's nothing. So let's check out the list, guys. Let's see what the prices are clocking in at today here. Saw Steam dollars up a bit. What do we got here? Sui up a bit. This binary X coin took a jump the other day. I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't think we did a live stream yesterday, but this coin climbed very quickly. So from 20 cents up to 0.6. So it's a 200% gain. Let's check it out here. Again, it's on the top 100, guys. That's why I do it. I mean, it's what is this? This looks like some kind of delisting gone wrong. It's a Binance Smart Chain token. Let's see what it's saying on CoinMarketCap. It might be much farther down the rankings, but I did see it up yesterday. I just want to bring it up. So coin 241. Okay. Not crazy. So I don't know what this was right here. This is I think it's pulling from different exchanges and maybe it got delisted because this graph looks a bit different here. Right? $1.75, $200, so definitely not $200, right? So let's ignore this graph, but nonetheless, yeah, sometimes these, like I said, guys, these locked up tokens, I don't know what it is behind this, but obviously this graph is big time off, right? So, but when we shift over to coin market cap, it's giving us a more accurate representation. This coin did climb, but it's obviously down quite a bit too. But I did see it climb the other day, and I just wanted to see if anybody had looked at that. So Mantra, BitTensor, Litecoin up 20%. Check that out. I didn't know Litecoin climbed, but I guess it did. It did have a good recovery. I did see it recover from, the last week's drop. I did not realize it recovered quite that much, though. It's like a lot of that was today. So yeah, Litecoin actually is looking pretty good, guys. I know we're getting some FUD around the ETF filing and all that stuff, or the potential filing, but I think that's going to take some time, right? I think we looked into that. So, but it's still looking pretty good on the charts. I think 400 is definitely a possibility here soon, guys. I know that sounds that'd be a substantial jump, but I think if we went to 400 and we started going up to those levels, SEC reviews Grayscale's Litecoin ETF proposal, opening public feedback for potential regulatory approval, indicating growing interest in cryptocurrency. So there you go. There you go. So some people were asking about this too, guys, and I thought I did a video of it, but I don't think a lot of people watched it. It was about a week ago or two. So if we look at the Bitcoin, how the Bitcoin ETF and speculation happened, we didn't see it pan out like we thought, right? Like there wasn't a lot of growth in Bitcoin really in terms of the price around those speculative dates, and even when it got launched, the growth months happened in like October and November of this year, and then that initial climb to 60K. But again, it wasn't so close around the date where it really fit that narrative to be the reason it went there, right? I think that's what I remember. And guys, that's been like fucking what a year almost. So it's really hard to really pinpoint whether or not Litecoin, whether the ETF gets converted or whatnot, if that's going to drive the price astronomically higher. But we hope it does, right? We hope it does. And then also, it's not really good. It's, we just talked about the Bitcoin idea to that. And then, Ethereum, Ethereum is one thing too, but the market cap on Litecoin is so much less, right? So it might not be the same scenario as with Bitcoin, right? A lot less people have to react to that news for us to get a lot more growth into Litecoin is all I'm saying. Because with Bitcoin, we got the ETF filing, it happened, and it just was uneventful in terms of the timing around of it. The timing around it, because the growth really came not at that time, right? Not at that time. So I guess I don't have an answer for you because I don't know. It's hard to speculate on something like that because it's such a different scenario. We have really nothing to compare it to other than the Bitcoin ETF. But that's not really a fair comparison. We're comparing something that could behave much differently. Like we might get a much different reaction if that were to move forward at a quick rate than we did with the multiple Bitcoin ETFs we now have, and the price at 100, near $100,000 per BTC token. It's hard to tell, guys. It's really hard to tell. So let's take a peek here. But I did not know Litecoin's up 20%. So shout out to the Litecoin community. It's up 20% for this week. And early time bag holders are sitting over 25x, 2,500% on this coin. So congratulations for people that have been holding a Litecoin. In some cases, they're up even more than that, because Litecoin has once been $1, around $1. So it's at $112. So obviously, it's possible, guys. The $400 Litecoin, I think, is definitely possible. Just going off on some of these coins, guys. Just looking at them here. When we see one coin up, we want to find all the coins that are up in our immediate disposal, right? In our immediate disposal, and a lot of the coins are not, right? They're not up, but surprisingly, Litecoin is clocking a 20% gain for the 7-day period. Pretty good, pretty solid. So Filecoin up 12%. Uniswap. I'm gonna get in on some of these DEX tokens, guys. Uniswap, Pancake Swap. I'm gonna get in on these. Pancake Swap was up the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I am getting in on some of these DEX tokens. EOS up 10%, Monero up 10%. Monero is doing really good, guys. I don't know if you've been watching it, but I have been watching it here, and it looks like it's potentially breaking out. I mean, it's at $225. It's up 83% for the year. It's completely recovered from the Binance delisting and hitting new highs since then, and it's just looking really good. Monero is looking really solid. Like, when was the fucking Binance delisting? Now I'm having trouble even fucking locating it. But I think it was around May or April, maybe. It might be down here. It's in one of these drops right here. One of these two, I believe. But as you see, it's turned bullish fairly. I think it's here. I think it's somewhere around here. Maybe March or April. April right here. Because it's when we saw that, when Bitcoin Cash went up to 600, almost 700, then dropped. We had that Binance delisting, like, I think a month after that. So I think it's this red zone right here. If you guys are looking at the chart. But I don't know. Is that true? I think maybe here or here. But it's hard to tell, guys, because it became very bullish. I mean, really, this jump from November at $141 up to $220. And it's hung up here in these higher levels. It's starting to look bullish. So early bag holders are up 9,000% almost on this coin. For people that are wondering if there's one opportunity in this stuff. Check out the volumes. Okay, so XRP up there as well. Looks like this stable coin, guys, has FDUSD is really becoming a top stable coin now, I guess. USD coin obviously up there too, but this seems to be one that is grown in terms of volume. I didn't notice that on there last time we were looking. So a lot of stuff, guys, moving around here. Solana at $201 per token. Okay. Almost at 100 billion market cap. Cardano looking good too. I was looking at the charts on this token as well. It was looking really solid the other day. Like, I think Cardano is gonna do a solid jump to, like, I think maybe $3 or $4 US dollars, guys. I mean, this is a token to watch out for people that are kind of wanting to get in this, into crypto for the first time. It's always recommended to look at the top 100 coins. Look at Tron. Tron's actually been one of the top performing coins, surprisingly, guys. As much as people don't talk about this coin, as much as I mean, should, it looks like at this point. It's up 11,000%. And I mean, look at it. It's looking solid. I mean, it's looking like it's been a top performing coin. I mean, and we're not getting, Tron is just doesn't get news. It just, I don't know what it is with the token, but it's doing phenomenal. Look at this. I mean, look at the growth. It's crazy, man. It's up 86% for the year, but it was already up. And it did that climb to 40 cents. We made a video. And it was funny because there was like nobody made a video, guys. It was like 10 to 12 YouTubers that covered that day. And remarkable because it's the top 10 coin. I mean, it's the top 10 market cap coin. And I'm not saying that it's not a popular coin. Obviously, people are doing very well with their investment in this particular coin, but it just doesn't get the news. I don't know why. It gets almost less news than some of these coins like Bitcoin Cash and some of these coins that we hold here time and again. But it's like, it's a top 10 coin, guys. That's the ironic part about it. It's not like I just have something to say about it. It's a top 10 coin. I mean, it's the top market cap, volume, all these different things, and it doesn't get any news, right? I mean, meme tokens get more than this, and it's a top 10 coin. I mean, I said it 10 times because it's a top 10 coin. I mean, there it is. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So let's see here. Looks like Stellar Lumens has fallen down on the market caps. So, well, not really. It was on 13, I think, the other day. But it's came down a bit. Just something to kind of note. Bitcoin Cash kind of still in this same zone of market cap right here. Like between like 6 and 9 billion is like a pretty consistent zone, it seems like, for Bitcoin Cash. Sitting at about 325 US dollars. Monero, though, has climbed. So we're at number 29 now. Shout outs to the Monero people in the house here. If you got any, I know Smooth Operator is and definitely an investor. So Smooth Operator, when was the delisting? Do you remember? If you're still in the chat, let us know. I think it was in April of 23 or 24? 24, I think. Yeah, 24. So Caspa sitting at 2 billion. Let's take a look at Caspa, guys. It's came down in price here recently, and it's down 37% for the year, but it's still up 46,000%. Absolutely insane. I feel like I still missed it, even if it has to come down like down here for me to want to get in. But number 44 on there. All right, let's see who's in the chat here, guys. What's good? Mr. Full. BCH, yeah. Bitcoin Cash. What's good, Smooth Operator? Let us know. Let us know here. Let me see here. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin Cash here too before we head towards the end of the stream here. So wild volatility today. Look at this. So yeah, it's definitely tightening up, it looks like. Might say, what do you mean tightening up? Because a lot of times when we see these movements, guys, the way they've been, it looks like things are on the brink, and then that's when we usually get that explosive growth, right? And that's illustrated by this log graph. So, it could run sideways and go down. I'm not going to say not, but we should ask the cat right here. But it could also explode up to, I would say anywhere from if we went to 2,000, it would be good. But it could still explode up to 1,000 and kind of run sideways for a bit. It doesn't have to just go straight up. But the log graph, it does look like it's like things are tightening up here, right? And it does, it might be a matter of time. Hopefully it'll be farther in time. Hopefully not soon, because you can still get an entire coin for under 400 bucks, right? When it gets over 400 or 500, that seems to be when Bitcoin Cash, people really start buying it heavily. In those jumps to, when it gets to 600, people really start buying it. And there might not be enough resistance really to hold us back from that jump to past 1,000, right? I think if we go up this next time where it's substantial, where we get a pump up, I think it's going to pass $1,000. I think it would actually be closer to 2,000 US dollars, because that's just what I see in the chart. Now, obviously, it could dump down again, but again, that would put us in opportunity buy zone, because we've seen it down here at these levels, $150, $170, and those are really good prices to get in on, because then you're jumping up to 400, you're jumping up to 700, and that's just what we've seen every single time and time out. Even with the FTX collapse, Terra Luna, it still was, it took some time to go down to 100 and under 100, and then it took some time to come up, and it's stayed up since then. So just ideas, guys. I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. I mean, if you guys are buying it, you're still buying it under $400, and there could be a quick jump to over 1,000, and just that's what I see in this particular coin. Let's look at BSV. Let's just check it out here. It's under $1 billion. I think I just saw 700 million. Wow. So Bitcoin SV is again has shed 300 billion. It's down 34% for the month. That's what I'm saying. Bitcoin Cash and BSV are both down for the month pretty substantially, and they're now down 50% on the year on BSV, because we had that pump to 150 or 100, 120 this time last year. Remember, it jumped up. It was the top performing coin at the beginning of the year, and then it kind of went up and down up here, and it's just down. I mean, it's but again, guys, the log chart, it looks like if it can break out of this $120 range, it could very rapidly increase in price, because that's what it's done here, right? It's had severe price collapse, but it usually spikes back up, and it's still at $39. It might be a buy. It might go back up to $100, $200. Maybe it'll continue going down. I mean, maybe, it's a possibility too. So we're at 39. Last time it went down like this and had this big drop, it went down to about $17. Then it spiked all the way back up to 24, which was pretty crazy. It's and the log chart shows that, right? These jumps look a lot bigger in terms of the crashes and then the explosive upward action. Because this is an explosive upward action, guys. We were under $20, and then we went all the way up to $40, right? So when you take it off log, you don't see that. It just looks like a very small, a small jump. But people that piled in at $17, where we were looking at it, and then rode it to 40, that's shown right here, and it's a lot bigger of a jump very quickly as it drops than shown here, right? So just a little note here with BSV. I keep telling you, it's a very fast coin down. It's a slow burn coin down, I guess. Not really fast, but just a slow burn. But it does have some fast drops, but a very explosive rise up, right? And this right here was huge, from $30 to $120. That was a 300% gain for people that bought down here. And there was time to buy down here. People were buying. People were definitely buying down here. Like I said, it was a top performing coin up to, yeah, $120. Crazy, man. So if you're buying, you're in the profit, even on BSV. You know, people always say like, "Oh, BSV sucks," blah blah blah. It's like, well, dude, somebody made 300%. Somebody did it. People have been doing it with Litecoin recently, so same thing with Litecoin, guys. Looking at the charts, the log chart suggests that you know, one giant jump to 700. You know, that could be around the corner. Because it's going to be around the corner, guys, because it doesn't matter if around the corner is a month, a year, or a day, or, you know, 5 years. Most aren't going to be ready for it because you see it's around, it's that abrupt. And then the climb is in a totally different zone. You know, the perception of Litecoin is between $400 and $1,000. You know, you're lucky if you get it at 200. That's just the crazy jumps that these coins can do. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been involved in it, guys. I've been in the jumps. That's how I can tell you that it's definitely possible. It's not really so much of like, oh, it has to happen right now. Whenever it does happen and you're in those positions, you're going to experience it. Like people that we could be in a jump right now with, you know, with Monero, right? A big climb with Monero to maybe 2,000 US dollars, right? 10x from where it's at now. Somewhere in that $2,500 range. I mean, it could definitely happen, guys. If Monero did a climb like that, it would be a climb that it's done before, right? It's not a new thing completely. It's not like it's a, you know, these things haven't happened multiple times. I can pull up a couple coins they've happened with multiple times. Let's look at BNB. I saw BNB at $8. Look at that. Look at that log chart. So much different. Like I remember when this was at BNB, this graph down here for the longest time. It was the top performing coin. I would say it was definitely one of the top performing coins last bull run, if not like one of the top few, right? I mean, there were some like Decentraland and Mana tokens that jumped that people just didn't see coming. But Binance, like we all saw coming and just we didn't seize the moment down here. And now it's at $600 and it stayed high. I mean, the price of Binance coin, you know, it's briefly maybe gone under 200, maybe down here if you really found a perfect time to buy it. But, you know, that's still very much higher from $8, right? That's just crazy to think. Like the growth on Binance coin has just been crazy. And I think it'll go higher. I really do. I think it'll go into the $1,500 range, maybe 2,000. And obviously I think it would go higher in the future, far past that. But that would already put it, you know, in that zone where it's much higher than it is currently. So something to take note of, guys. Something to take note of. MakerDAO at 900 US dollars. Let's take a peek here. So the log chart suggests, I don't suggest this, guys. This is just what I see when I look at log. I'm thinking 7,000. You know, I'm thinking 8,000, right, per token. Now, not every coin, but I mean, we're staying on the top 100. I mean, is this unfair? And we're in the top 100 coins, right? These are all known coins. I haven't seen one coin, you know, some coins I might not technically like. You know, I might think they're crap, but they're still a top 100 coin, right? Check out WorldCoin. It's down to $1. This has been a real coin. This is Sam Altman, billionaire AI guy. And the coin has collapsed, potentially. It's back where it started. It's at $1.23 after climbing to $10. So I don't know. I might look into some of these investments now that they've came down, right, in price. Because again, top 100 coins, they're holding the line, right? Let's take a look at Filecoin. So Filecoin also could be a, you know, a big opportunity, I think, now at $3. $3.32, considering it's climbed to almost $7 to $10 a few times very quickly. Again, the log chart suggests that. It doesn't look like that from this, which is really hard to, people need to stop looking at linear charts, I feel like. We look at it to show you, but, it's possible, guys. A climb to 50 bucks would not look weird here, right? $50, guys? Do the math on that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's look at SHIB Inu. I mean, look at the growth on SHIB, guys. 118,000% up. I'm sorry, 1,184,000% up. It's crazy, man. But to be fair, guys, it's really, really difficult to look here because I just don't know. I don't know right here in this zone what exchanges, where the exchanges were. But regardless, guys, you see what I'm saying? Regardless here, there's been growth here, right? It'd be a lie to tell you there's not. Let's look at some meme tokens. Let's look at Pepe here. Look at the all chart. Now look at log. Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. Like, shout outs to the people that bought the dip on Pepe. Like, man. Any dip you bought. Crazy, man. See what Caspa's looking like on log. Yeah, I mean, Caspa looks like it could rebound too, but I would kind of wait a little bit, guys, because, it's hard to tell with some of these. 46,000% up. It's kind of the thing with SHIB. It's like, where do you get in on these when they're that much up? All right, guys, I think that'll wrap it up here. We got Smooth Operator. It was in February. Okay, thanks, Smooth Operator. So BSB or Monero was delisted in February. Thanks. BCHG going up 10x a cycle. Yeah, I think 10x for BCHG and LTCN is probably priced in. In a major bull market for sure. For sure. The thing I'm looking for with BCHG and Litecoin is those private placements, guys. If the unlock up periods happen in a bull market where the native token is going up, and those people with those shares that they're now able to dump can create sell orders when the market coming in to buy, it'll really, really propel the grayscale stocks much higher. Those premiums will come into place very rapidly. And that's where I think we'll see some of the bigger gains in grayscale as being holders, right? But you'd have to buy those shares now. If you're already at an 80% loss, I do think you'll get a 10x, but it's a 10x maybe or 20x from where it's at now. Depending on where you buy it, it might only be like a 3x or a 4x for you, right? So it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard to say that it's going to be a 10x for everybody, but for people that are buying right now, yes, probably. Probably I think it could even be a 20x from where it's at. But for people that bought Bitcoin Cash BCHG at $21, a 20x would be 60 bucks. It would be, I think it's at $3, so it'd be a 20x. So for people that bought at 21, it would only be a 200% gain, right? So it's good to keep that in mind. Where we're at now is much different than people that bought higher. I don't know where you bought. I mean, I'm not saying you bought there, and if you bought there, whatever, if you bought more, it doesn't matter. It's going to lower your average cost. If you bought more at $3, right? If you bought BCHG at $3.30, where I think it's at, and you bought some at $21, you're canceling out a lot of that loss if it goes back up. But for people that just bought super high and just that's all they bought, and they're just holding on to that, if it goes to those higher levels, they're only up from whatever percentage point they initially got in on, which at $60, you're still at only, a 200% gain, right? which is not bad. I mean, in the real world of investing, that's great. But you know, in crypto, you really want to take advantage of these prices. Like some coins that I'm looking into are Dash and Zcash, right? I think they're undervalued right now, and you know, only time will tell. But you know, I would say this recent jump in Monero kind of showed us that Monero was undervalued at 150, right? Not if we weren't buying enough Monero at 150, and once it recovered from the Binance delisting and hit those higher highs, it's the same thing with Zcash. Zcash is up for the year. You know, it's now up for the year, so it's like you gotta look at the opportunity when it's there, because a lot of times it'll go very quickly, and then you have nothing. You have no opportunity. So Zcash is up 55% for the year, and this was a coin that we were looking at when it was down big time, right? Down here was the time to buy it, but I think it's still a time to buy it. I think Zcash is going to be a top performing coin in terms of percentage gains from where it's at now. And it's been down here before. I mean, to be fair, we went to under $20 or $24, and then all the way up to 600 or 260, right? We did it over here. We went $30. We were at this price before, and we went to $675, $700 briefly, right? So that's why I'm looking at these coins like, what can I get in that isn't super fucking hyped already, that still has, you know, turn up the volume. All right, we'll fix that before we go off here. Can you hear me now? Now it's better, right? Definitely better now. All right, guys, I think that'll wrap it up here. We got the volume fixed now. Obviously, next stream will be better. I think I need to be floating in that yellow zone rather than the green zone. Does that sound better, Mr. Full, before we conclude? Is the voice sound a little bit better? All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Yes, Mr. Full is, what do you think? Is it better? We're going to wrap it up here, guys. We appreciate you coming down here. We'll see you soon. Appreciate you guys throwing in the chat. Thank you, man. We'll keep the, thanks, Martin. I think Mr. Full probably is like, damn, dude, you're not turning it up. I'm out of here. So yeah, I think the volume probably sits better right there. Keep it in this spot right here. Compliments of Mr. Full here, because it needs to be in the yellow zone, it looks like, rather than the green. Maybe I'm whispering too much. That probably is not going to be good. So we'll fix that. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. Take care. See you soon.